Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Jay, and today we are going to be talking about LEGO Transformers Shuffler. I know this video took a very long time for me to make and to be released, but I thank you for your patience and it has been rewarded. So let's talk about Shuffler for a good chunk of time. Now, obviously, Shuffler is not your typical car. I He is from the planet Velocitron, the speed planet, which explains why his car looks so futuristic. I love the aesthetic of the teal, the white, and the black that he has. Kind of makes him look like an explorer vehicle or just a typical space vehicle. And I like how many specific parts I was able to incorporate into him, like the wrench parts for the wheels over here and headlight bricks to form the sides that would become the arms. Now, I know that this vehicle mode is not perfect, but it does well enough for my tastes. And honestly, I don't see any major issue with this figure. I just love it really. I just like it so much. Now, for a size comparison, here we have Shuffler with a minifigure. And here he is next to the original LEGO Transformer first appeared on this channel, Rescue Lad. So you can see that he is fairly bigger than Rescue Lad in vehicle mode. Well, that's all I have to say for the vehicle mode. So now it's time to transform Shuffler. Shuffler's transformation is like a typical car bot, and what I mean by that is that the entire back section is basically going to flip down, and the whole front end is going to be, well, the chest area. We'll see that in a moment. So, first off, what you want to do is basically fillet these arms open so that they kind of just stick out like that. They're going to remain like this for most of transformation because, again, most of it is coming from the back. So what you want to do, you want to partially, well, you want to remove it from the back over here, and then you want to swivel these parts outward and rotate it so that the wheels are facing upwards. Then you want to fold this entire back section to form the torso and chest area. Then you want to fold out what will become the legs, flip out the toes, flip back what will become the heels, and flip the wheel well so that the wheel is facing upward, so that this part here becomes a heel spur. Do the same thing on the other side. And those are the legs. Now, rotate the arms 180 degrees, straighten them out. Do this for both arms. And finally, rotate what will become the head of Shuffler. And here he is in robot mode. I really love how Shuffler turned out. And that's no understatement. Originally, Shuffler was just supposed to be a totally different character altogether. I took inspiration from a robot I saw on Reddit, which I will put the image up here right now so that you can compare, and you can see you can see where the inspiration came from. They're not exactly the same, but I kept the head design as a bit of a reference to that robot. And I give credit for whoever made that robot. Thank you. You gave me the inspiration to make this guy. And if you want to check out the original photos, you can go over to r/Lego Transformers on Reddit to check it out. This wasn't intentional, but Shuffler looks a lot like movie Ironhide with the way that he has both cannons. I gave him a mortar gun and a plasma gun just for good effect. And I classify him as a sort of scout, similar to Bumblebee, but he was able to find a lot of Decepticon bases in a relatively short amount of time, which made him very effective during the war. At least that's the backstory for this guy. Going for another size comparison, here we have Shuffler with another minifig. And here he is with Rescue Lad. And here he is with Rescue Lad. You can see how he kind of just halves the height. He's twice as tall as Rescue Lad. Shuffler's articulation is on the simple side. There is articulation, but it is limited in some areas. The head can move left and right, although I don't do that much because honestly it looks like it just looks weird. And he can look up about 180 degrees. You can even look all the way back if you want to. His arms aren't connected on a universal joint. So he can move his arms out that far, only slightly hindered by the cannon, and they can move 360 degrees without any hindrance whatsoever. He has a swivel at the arm, which allows it to bend at 90 degrees. Here you have a waist swivel. He has an ab crunch, but if you do it too far, it just looks weird. So I choose to just leave him this generic stance. His legs can kick forward about that far. And he can kick back about that far. He can do the perfect splits if you want him to do that. His leg can bend at over 90 degrees, only hindered by the giant wheel. He has toe articulation. His toe can move up and down, more like the foot can move up and down. And finally, this wheel well can turn and can bend up and down, so that if you want to put him in dynamic poses, you can balance him better and get more dynamic effects and dynamic poses from this guy. Overall, Shuffler is a great figure, and I'm really glad I was able to build him. Kudos to the person who built it on Reddit before, who gave me inspiration for this. I don't remember your name currently, but I'll be sure to leave it in the description. And thank you for watching the first of my LEGO Transformers videos. Now I have a lot more wacky Transformers coming out in the future, and they won't take as long to make as this video. But that's all I have to say for Shuffler. So if you want to see more you can go check out my channel. And if you want if you have a suggestion of what I can do, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to. And that's it. So this is Jay signing off and wishing you a good day.